cross my heart and hope to die. I wish blood on my enemies. For any penance I'm leaving out of this sentence, and it's not revenge if it evens out the demons out. I won't pretend I'm not screaming down at the people now. I'm out the vodka, how I deal with insecurity. The purity is how I see abusers flinging news at me. It takes me back to almost jumping off the ceiling, or pumped on all the pills and almost lunging off the. Mama keep asking me to ask the Lord for forgiveness. How I war with these bitches, how I want corpses and ribbons in the morgue. I'm the story that Dr. Crowley envisioned. I want horrible things if there's no recourse for my sin. For caution to win, I show no remorse in the end. I'm not for amends, I'm cautious from the awful events. It's awful again. But this time before I do it, I clean my fucking room so when they find me I'll be dead. Lord forgive me. Lord help me. Lord forgive me. Lord help me. Yeah. There's something inside of me. Handles my bed as I try to leave. Strangles my neck as I try to breathe. Lost with my death as I hide and weep. My uncle was tempted with irony. My uncle for dead when he tried to sleep. My tears were shed but just silently. I see myself so violently. I'm thinking like any minute that will let them in. I know the demons be eating me out. Every second here, it's an electric chair. Through the windows to see me shout. Don't know what people are thinking now. If I leave with a read about it, I'm addicted to how I feel. I'm addicted to how I deal. Cause I fuck with black magic, yeah. I fuck with black magic, yeah. I love the bad magic, yeah. I love the bad magic, yeah. Fuck with the mathematics, yeah. Fuck with the mathematics, yeah. I fuck with bad habits, yeah. I fuck with bad habits, yeah. I fuck with black magic, yeah. I fuck with black magic, yeah. I love the bad magic, yeah. I love the bad magic, yeah. Fuck with the mathematics, yeah. Fuck with the mathematics, yeah. I fuck with these habits I have will never cease to exist. I believe in this shit. I grieve and then I leave in my grip. The hedonism got no air. Gotta breathe in the mist. The smoke in the air. Prepare to host the evilness. How deep does it get? These portions I am mixing them well. The skin and the kill. The end when they lift up the bell or lift up the curtain. If anything is so certain, Seagulls is working this hexas is so evil and it's young. I ain't showered in long, I'm always depressed, dejected every hour at home. The power of the clothes on couches getting higher and cold. I feel so alone, but I don't wanna pick up the phone. Cause I fuck with black magic, yeah. 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 I love the bad magic, yeah. I love the bad magic, yeah. Fuck on the mathematics, fuck on the mathematics, fuck em. I love the bad habits, yeah. I love the bad habits, yeah. I fuck with black magic, yeah. I fuck with black magic, yeah. I love the bad magic, yeah. I love the bad magic, yeah. Fuck on the mathematics, yeah. Fuck on the mathematics, yeah. I fuck with black magic, yeah. I fuck with black magic, yeah. I fuck with broken, useless in the morgue and I can't leave the place. I think I'm soulless in my soulless. I'm hopeless, I don't know if my emotions buy an ostrich. But the office where the doors are open, closing, and there's no one in the corridors. At my reflection, like yeah, he's a sorry but the shit is so very simple. Heart is so dead with tissue. Karma is heaven hits you. See, my only option is devoting myself to minstrel. Think that I'm responsible. This master won't let me hear you. Think of all the problems I ponder. It is worth it. Shit will live and hurt just to whip in our miniskirts and do that 9 to 5. Stay alive and we're in the dirt. You see, I see the light at the tunnel, just little blurry. But I'm saying
I feel
yeah. Check. Yeah. Let the beat be. Yeah. It's been a long while, I'll be waiting to write you back. I apologize to my dad, place him in the spam. The basics of this rage is complacent in where you stand. Awakening of the fag and the making of a man. Careful where you stand, I'm taller and even stronger. Lift you up from your feet, don't tell me I didn't warn ya. Tell me don't raise my voice, tell me to make it calmer. There's some shit we gotta clear, you ready my little partner? I think you're mad because you lost control. You want me to fall in line on the X and O's. You want me on dotted science is sick. A rotten mind, this bitch is always flying equipped with all your lies. Only thing that I need is some vodka, little therapy, some weed, maybe Saji Baka. 2 seraphim, I'm sick and I'm calling the doctor. You Brzozowski, the time to just leave me alone if you let me be. It's been years since I talked to Granny, and I think it's pretty sick how I lost the family. And the PI's watching in the solo carry. See with my anxiety, I should be up to Zannies. Coldest one, sad bitch, lowest scum, lowest bad bitch, talk to If the situation changed, I would have said the same shit exactly and the same.
Well, you know, Jesus didn't die for us so we could be halfway between 2 places. He didn't die for us so we could not exactly be a total mess or a failure anymore, but yet never really be victorious either. And a lot of people, I think, get stuck somewhere in the middle. And they've got too much of God to go on.
Yeah.
To go back, but not enough of God.
Backxwash.
To go on. And so it's very important to me that I do whatever part I can do with the calling on my life to help people be all that
I'm trying to save myself and I will do it by myself. I don't trust a soul and I don't need no fucking help. I'm paranoid that everybody's out to try and get me. I'm looking over shoulders as I'm passing through the deli. Maybe it's my skin or maybe it's the way I dress. I'm tearing out my limbs and I won't make it to the next. I'm walking down the street and I'm anticipating death. All because a motherfucker run up in me said I go into the void. Fuck! I go into the void. into the void. Fuck! I go into the void. Fuck! I go into the back of the danger. No less who's passing the strangers. So scared they're acting complacent. Oh yeah, they're snatching my face up. Yeah, yeah. I'm happy I made it run out to the haste. Hand on my waist as I plan to escape. Gradually faking my ass on the pavement. Panic to dread step out of my face. I'm having a little bit trouble. I saw a man who was sinister and he was bleeding. Thought he was serial, maybe he wasn't. Thought he gonna kill me, the pain in the stomach. But he's a place of the torment a moment. Some of my spirits, horror below us. Darkness or death. Colors or colors, the sad you want, the sad you want. I go into the void. 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 Fuck! 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 I go into the void.
And so we might say this is an experience of the void.
I go into the void.
Before trying to explain what this is, and you know the funny thing is it really can't
I go
be explained
into
because it
the
has to be
void.
felt. Because it's a transformation of one's basic feeling, one's basic consciousness of life.
Yeah. I know I haven't called, but I love you, bro. I hope you understand that this is how I didn't think I'll plan this. I'm damaged. My fear is how I navigate the planet. If I stop myself from talking, it will stop your friends from laughing. And I'm putting salt up on the bandage. I'm walking with the lasso on the stage. As I rubber dump my only hope, I'm hoping I won't overdose. I'm too old for the 27 club. I'm a total joke. I just hope that you're doing better. I can't get on the phone right now, cause I'm scared. I'm supposed to be your big older sister, not remotely close. I'm just trying not to break down. If you know, you know. I guess maybe I should go to therapy, cause keeping it inside is something that is eating me alive. I don't think that I would die. I ain't living to survive. You can see from my eyes, cause fuck.
Vengeance is mine, says the Lord. Boy, I lost all my shouters. I will repay. Y'all are missing this. You don't have to spend 1 scintilla of a second trying to get back at somebody who did you wrong.
Who that nigga with a goat? Who that nigga getting gold? This bitch is better know, say. Who that nigga getting froze? Who that nigga getting cold? This bitch is better know, say. Who that nigga with a chain? Who that nigga who make my niggas feel the damn way? Who that nigga getting gold? Who that nigga getting froze? This better know, say. Who that nigga with a goat? Who that nigga getting gold? This bitch is better know. Who that nigga getting gold? Who that nigga getting froze? This better know, say. Who that nigga with a chain? Who that nigga who make my niggas feel the damn way? Who that nigga getting gold? Who that? Pastors get the cash and then they spend it. Love is smashing, call them bastards. I'm thinking fuck the fascists. I'd rather run up with a pump to blast it up the jackets. What the fuck everybody in the church for? What the fuck everybody so dirt for? What the fuck do these motherfuckers need a jet when everybody else ain't got a? Cause it's politicians politicking. I'm thinking Lord is witness, cost of giving. I say, oh, I think it's so ridiculous. to the money fit the holy scriptures. And the call for speakers, Lord is witness, what you wish is so ridiculous. More than business, all releases, pocket pictures, robbing senses, no forgiveness, borrowers listen. I'm saying, who that nigga with a go? Nigga with a go, who that nigga get it gold? This bitches better know say, who that nigga get it close? Who that nigga get it cold? This bitches better know say, who that nigga with a chain? Who that nigga who make my niggas feel the damn way? Who that nigga get it gold? Who that nigga get it gold? This better know say, yeah. I know shit has changed a lot with the way that I am, the way that I plan for it to go this way, understand. Feel like you lost a son, but you gained a daughter. You think it's pain and awkward, you think I'm pain and sorrow, you think I broke your heart, I think it's for survival. And both you and I know, it's God do or die so. Fortune is final, don't do what I don't. Spend your whole life regretting when the shit is pathetic. We just started sooner. Fuck the hallelujahs. Fuck these fucking rumors. Fuck these fucking boomers. Fuck these motherfucking fuckers and the fucking two drugs. Fuck the fuck abusers and fuck the fucking rumors. Fuck it. And I would dare anyone to face me up head first when I'm laying these drugs. The pain that I've done compared to the pain that's undone. It's weighing a ton. It's heavy. I don't wait for no one.
The Lord has put in my spirit, and really all the way back in the last year, it took me a year of working on this material, studying it and researching it. I've studied it from a medical perspective, that when we don't forgive, we pay a toll in our bodies, our physical health, our well-being goes down. Insomnia, eating disorder, stress, indigestion, a lot of things that you haven't been able to get prayer for, haven't been able to get breakthroughs through medicine. It's when you release people that you have unforgiveness against and guilt, even if it's against yourself. Some of you have trouble forgiving yourself. When you release all of that, it opens up medical consequences. It opens up emotional consequences. You have peace and joy and deliverance, and greater still, it releases supernatural blessings in your life. The book gets into how to do it. We know we're supposed to do it. We know we're supposed to do it. We want to do it. But what do you do when your feelings about an issue won't go away?
let's let's talk about you. We have a question already from the audience, so it seems like it's a good one to start with. So let's start there. What are Backwash's main influences?
To name them off the top of my head, I'd say Danny Brown, JPEG Mafia, Dalek, Lady of Rage, Missy Elliott, Redman. I think that would like encompass a lot of them.
Okay. So clearly a lot of, I would say, late 90s to 2000s era hip hop.
Yeah. Just like, I guess I like anything experimental, essentially. So within that vein.
I'm curious, I guess, if, so you grew up in, where did you grow up?
Okay, I grew up in Zambia. That's like southern part of Africa, southern central, somewhere there, and I spent 17 years there.
Okay, and my family's from Zimbabwe, and I know when I'm talking to my cousins, like access to different kinds of music is different in Africa than it is necessarily in Canada. Can you talk about like how you accessed music growing up and what that was like for you?
I was lucky because I was the only person with a CD burner, so everybody would come to me with like different CDs that they want to burn to like other CDs, and while I'm burning music for them, I'm also keeping it on my computer, and actually started sending bootlegs anyway. But that's usually how like the access to music, when somebody just borrows you like a CD with like different types of music on it, and you just like store it on your computer if you have one.
And were you accessing local music at that time as well?
Yeah, I was really into like the local like hip hop scene was pretty good. It was very DIY, and because nobody at that time really wanted to promote like English hip hop in Zambia. If you're rapping in like the local languages, you have a better chance. But that's changed right now. But the local English rapping hip hop scene was really interesting. People with different styles, and you could tell you can tell where the beat is from, like which neighborhood the beat is from, just by the sounds that are being used, because everybody had like a bootleg version of like FL Studio 3, and they just used to exchange sounds. So it's like, yeah, I know where you got those drums from.
So, and have you kept up with that local scene at all since you've been in Canada, or not really?
Yeah. It's developed a lot. I think it's become more of an amalgamation of, some parts rap in local, some parts rap in English, but the beats are usually like trap beats. But there's also people like Sampa the Great, who's like incredible, and is from Zambia as well, and like fully dope, essentially.
Great. So we do have another question from the audience. It's, where was the first time you recorded anything? Or when was the first time, I guess?
The first time I recorded something was 2002. There was some like dude with like a studio, and he ridiculously overcharged me after I got money from my mom, and he was like, yeah, it's gonna be like 100% more, because he just wanted to swindle me. But I recorded the song, and it took like 2 months for it to come out. Then it did come out, and then showed it to everybody, and they were like, yeah, that's trash.
What is Backwash's writing process? Do beats come first or lyrics?
Samples that I never clear come first. Then after that, chop them up, and the beat comes in. Then if I can think of a hook, I'll definitely put the hook first. But if I can't, I just let like the beat take me where I want it to take me. So it's usually, I guess, beats first and the lyrics next.
And let's talk about that for a minute, though. Samples you never clear.
I'm joking.
But you do use a lot of samples in your work. Do you ever collaborate directly with the artists that you're taking samples from?
Um, if if um if it's somebody like who's like really small, then I'm definitely gonna ask them first before I can like sample it. You know, if it's just somebody underground. But if it's somebody like really popular, I go through other means.
Yeah. And so can you tell me about the theme of your album and what it's about?
It's like I guess a journey to forgiveness, like my version of forgiveness, and it's trying to ask the question of have the people who have done me wrong in the past, do they deserve forgiveness, and do I also deserve forgiveness? For all the wrong that I've done in the past. What is forgiveness really? When you forgive somebody, what's stopping them from like hurting you again, essentially? So it's trying to answer those questions.
And how do you rein in your creative focus to complete a song or project?
Feeling is a very important factor for me. If I'm not feeling like that certain emotion at that time, I won't be able to like complete the project or the songs. I was trying to do like, I was trying to write much more upbeat songs after this one was done. And I was like, it's not possible because I'm just like still sad. So.
Yeah, and do you find that music helps you process your own emotions?
Yeah, it does. And I should probably try therapy instead. But music, yeah, helps a lot with processing those emotions.
And what are some of your visual influences, such as on the design of the album cover, which I love, by the way? Admittedly, these questions are coming to me anonymously, so I'm not exactly sure. I can't shout out who the question asker, just if you're wondering at home.
Oh, it's usually like my creative director, Mechant Vaporwave, Chachi. It's usually like the creative force in everything. Like we have similar tastes in stuff, so it's like easy for them to come up with stuff on the fly. Like the sigil was created. I think we just mentioned one day that we'd like a sigil, and Chachi came up with the sigil. I was like, what? Okay, that's gonna be an album cover, and yeah, just incredible.
Yeah, and if you're wondering, also Chachi Mechant Vaporwave did the visuals for that you saw overlaid on the performance tonight. If you're curious about that. So I wanted to ask you also about the local scene here, because I know you've started to experiment a bit across different genres, and so can you tell us about your experiences with the local scene in Montreal?
Before coronavirus, 9 p.m. noise show at Les Sorts was like really the time of my life. It's really awesome. I enjoyed doing that. And just being influenced by how people in Montreal strive to make weird music. You can go to like any show at La Plante on Friday and it'd be like neoclassical electro jazz or something like that. And you'd be like, oh, this is really cool. So I just like how people like, experiment with different genres here. And, the hip hop scene is also like pretty good. And pretty thriving. People are trying different stuff, and there's different styles from everywhere. And a lot of people, some people are doing some like really cool experimental stuff as well.
And do you? I know one local person was featured on your album, Skin. Do you have plans for any more local collaborations?
Yeah, I think going forward, all my interludes are just going to be like noise artists. Like, all right, I need an interlude for this. Let me just get a noise artist. I think that's how Skin and I collaborated. And I was just like, there's this sample from like, Eraserhead that I really like, and Skin did like incredible work.
And this sort of relates to the next question. Now that your grind is finally and thankfully showing some results, is there anyone from the grind, local or not, that you feel doesn't get enough love and you want to shout them out?
Big Sissy is the best act in Montreal and deserves more attention towards them.
And if you'd like to contribute to giving that attention, you can tune in to Suoni Per Il Popolo on June 17th, and Big Sissy will be performing live.
Other ones include La Fièvre, Blackberry Jam, the whole Coop Collective, Chisimba, Strange Fruits, Mags. People are doing really cool stuff.
All right. Well, I think we have one last question, and then I think we have an extra special set from once again from Backxwash, but focusing more on the noise work. So, what artists is Backxwash listening to right now?
Right now, listen to a lot of Devim Kalyan and Ada Rook from Black Dresses. I'm already familiar with their solo stuff, but just going more deep into it, solo's incredible, the work they do. And it's mostly just like underground queer artists from Twitter is essentially what I'm really listening to right now. Preeti has got a tape out, which is really cool, and you should probably get it.
All right. Well, thank you very much. I need to go and do some computer work now to make sure that your noise set comes off. I'm sure it's amazing. But if you could just stand here for 1 second, and then we'll go to the noise set.
Okay.
You've been reluctant to comment on the words and actions of the You've been reluctant to comment on the words and actions of the U.S. president, but we do have Donald Trump now calling for military action against protesters. You've been reluctant to comment on the words and actions of the U.S. president, but we do have Donald Trump now calling for military action against protesters. We saw protesters tear gas yesterday to make way for a presidential photo op. I'd like to ask you what you think about that, and if you don't want to comment, what message do you think you're sending?
In order for you and me to devise some kind of method or strategy to offset some of the events or a repetition of the events that have taken place here in Los Angeles recently, we have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough. And it is because of our effort toward getting straight to the root that people oftentimes think